Have you ever wondered about the role of Mary in Catholic doctrine? Today, we're going to embark on a journey of exploration, diving into the deep waters of Catholic theology to understand the significance of Mary, the mother of Jesus, and a powerful mediator between humanity and God. Mary's role in the Catholic faith is as profound as it is intricate. She is recognized not only as the biological mother of Jesus Christ in his human nature, but also as a spiritual mother to the faithful, guiding and interceding for us in our journey towards God. Perhaps one of the most fascinating aspects of Mary's role is the concept of her as the mediatrix of all graces. The term mediatrix refers to a mediator, someone who acts as a bridge or a go-between. In this context, it is the belief that Mary has a unique role in the distribution of divine graces, serving as a conduit through which God's blessings flow to humanity. This belief has ancient roots, stretching back to the early days of the Church. Over time, it has evolved and been refined, leading to a rich tapestry of theological thought and a deep well of devotion. The concept of Mary as the mediatrix is not without controversy, however. It's a topic that has sparked lively debates among theologians, scholars, and faithful Catholics alike. In fact, there's an ongoing discussion about whether this belief should be declared the fifth Marian dogma, a definitive teaching of the Church regarding Mary. This would place the belief in Mary as the mediatrix of all graces, alongside other central Marian dogmas, such as the Immaculate Conception and the Assumption of Mary. Whether you're well-versed in Catholic theology, or just beginning to explore, it's a subject that offers much to reflect upon. So, are you ready to delve deeper into the ancient roots of Mary's veneration and unravel the mysteries of her role in Catholic doctrine? Let's delve into the ancient roots of Mary's veneration to better understand her role. The veneration of Mary has ancient roots, dating back to the early Christian Church. Her reverence is not a recent phenomenon, but rather a tradition steeped in thousands of years of history. In the 5th century, a significant development occurred that shaped the way the Church views Mary. The Council of Ephesus officially recognized Mary with the title Theotokos, which means the bearer of God. This was a pivotal moment, affirming Mary's role not just as the mother of Jesus, but as the mother of God himself. This recognition was more than just a title. It was a testament to Mary's unique position within the Church. It acknowledged her as the vessel through which God chose to enter the world, establishing her as a central figure in the Christian narrative. This was the starting point from which devotion to Mary began to intensify, and her role within the Church started to expand. Over time, Mary's titles multiplied, each one reflecting a different aspect of her character and role in the Christian faith. Among them was the title of Mediatrix. Now, this term may sound complex, but it essentially refers to Mary's role as a mediator, a bridge between humanity and God. This role was attributed to her, not arbitrarily, but as a result of her unique relationship with Jesus, her Son, and the second person of the Holy Trinity. The belief in Mary as the mediatrix suggests that she has a role in the distribution of divine graces, acting as an advocate for humanity before God. This belief grew over time, becoming a significant part of Marian devotion and shaping the way Catholics around the world view and interact with Mary in their spiritual lives. With such a rich history, it's clear that Mary holds a special place in Catholic doctrine. But what does it mean to refer to her as the mediatrix? Well, hold on to your seats, because we're about to delve into some deep theological waters in our next segment. The term mediatrix refers to Mary's role as a mediator between God and humanity. This belief is rooted in the understanding that Mary's cooperation with God's plan made a unique and profound contribution to the salvation of humanity. Imagine Mary, a simple young girl, being approached by an angel and told she would bear the Son of God. Despite her initial fear, she accepts this divine plan with grace and humility, uttering the words, "Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord. Let it be done to me according to your word." This act of acceptance marks the beginning of Mary's role as the mediatrix. Supporters of this belief often point to biblical passages to back their view. Let's take a look at the wedding at Cana, which is recorded in the Gospel of John. Here, Mary intercedes on behalf of a couple who have run out of wine at their wedding feast. she presents their need to Jesus, who then performs his first public miracle, turning water into wine. This event is seen as a clear demonstration of Mary's role as an advocate for humanity, bringing their needs to Jesus. However, not everyone agrees with the concept of Mary as the mediatrix. Some argue that Mary's role is primarily that of an intercessor, praying for us and bringing our needs before God, rather than acting as a direct mediator. They worry that attributing mediatory powers to Mary could potentially undermine the unique role of Christ as the sole Savior and Redeemer of humanity. These critics often cite the verse from 1 Timothy that emphasizes Jesus as the one mediator between God and humanity. They caution against interpreting Mary's role in a way that might elevate her status to be equal with Christ. While some see Mary as a powerful mediator, others worry about the implications of this belief. This brings us to the debate for the fifth Marian dogma. The potential declaration of Mary as the mediatrix of all graces as the fifth Marian dogma has sparked much discussion. This discourse is happening among theologians, scholars, and Catholics faithful to their belief. On one side of the debate are proponents who argue that such a declaration would bolster the devotion to Mary. They believe that acknowledging her as the mediatrix of all graces would strengthen the spiritual bond between Mary and the faithful. They envision this proposed dogma as an opportunity to deepen the understanding of Mary's role in the salvation history, thereby enhancing the relationship between the faithful and God. These believers see Mary's intercession as a powerful conduit of divine graces. They argue that her role as the mediatrix is rooted in her free and willing participation in God's plan of redemption. Her intercession, as they see it, is more than just a plea. It is a bridge that connects humanity to Jesus, her Son, and the second person of the Holy Trinity. Yet, on the other side of the debate are critics who express concern over potentially adding another dogma to the already well-established Marian doctrines. They argue that the existing dogmas, including the Immaculate Conception and the Assumption of Mary, sufficiently encapsulate the essence of Mary's role within the Church. These critics worry that introducing a new dogma might lead to misunderstandings or detract from the central teachings of the faith. They caution against the risk of elevating Mary to a level equal to Christ, emphasizing instead the unique mediation of Christ as the sole Savior and Redeemer of humanity. This debate is not just about theological semantics, it's about understanding Mary's role in the broader context of Catholic spirituality. It's about preserving the essence of the faith while exploring new avenues of devotion. Whether or not Mary is declared the mediatrix of all graces, her role in Catholic spirituality remains significant. This debate, regardless of its outcome, underscores the enduring significance of Mary in the Catholic faith. The role of Mary in Catholic doctrine is undeniably significant. As we draw our discussion to a close, let's take a moment to recap the key points we've covered. First, we trace the historical roots of Mary's veneration, dating back to the early Christian Church. We learned that the title Theotokos, meaning the bearer of God, was recognized by the Council of Ephesus in the 5th century, affirming Mary's role as the mother of Jesus and the mother of God. Over time, devotion to Mary grew, and she was attributed various titles and roles, including that of the mediatrix. Next, we delved into the theological implications of Mary as the mediatrix. The belief in Mary's unique role in the salvation of humanity is grounded in her cooperation with God's plan. As the mediatrix, she is seen as a mediator between God and humanity, especially in the distribution of divine graces. Mary's intercession is considered powerful and efficacious, owing to her close relationship with Jesus, her Son, and the second person of the Holy Trinity. We also examined the ongoing debate surrounding the potential declaration of Mary as the mediatrix of all graces as the fifth Marian dogma. Proponents argue that such a declaration would strengthen devotion to Mary and deepen the spiritual connection between her and the faithful. Critics, however, caution against adding another dogma to the already well-established Marian doctrines, fearing it might lead to misunderstandings or detract from the central teachings of the faith. The discussion around Mary's role as the mediatrix is complex and nuanced, reflecting the depth of Catholic theology and the reverence with which the Church regards the Mother of God. It's a subject that invites us to ponder, to question, and to deepen our understanding of the divine mystery. As we continue to explore the mysteries of faith, may we always find solace and comfort in Mary's intercession and her unfailing love for humanity.